Excellent.
Hello. Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother, Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This show we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody, hanging out in the Discord chat room. If you'd like to join us during the show, you can go to the Discord, Adafruit Discord channel. It's the invite code for that is discord.gg/Adafruit. And we'll take a moment to welcome everybody to the show. Hello.
Good morning, everybody hanging out in all of the chats. Morning, Andy Kailh, Mike P, Jim Hendrickson, Vince, Rosin, DeWester, and everybody else hanging out all around the interwebs.
Yep. We are also hanging out in the various chats. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all show up, so we can say hello to everybody.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, we have this cool ability to now pull in chats from some of the places. Good morning, Professor Stevens.
Hello. Welcome to the show. We're gonna get started with some housekeeping, as we do in the beginning of the show. So let me get to that, and we'll jump back into the Discord after the housekeeping. So first up, I want to tell everybody about the deals that are going on at Adafruit, the Adafruit shop. If you order stuff and if you spend a certain amount of money, you will get some free things. So let's take a look at what we got this week. For orders that are $99 or more, you're going to get a half size from a Proto breadboard PCB. For orders that are $149 or more, you'll get the half size from a Proto Plus a KB2040. That's that lovely dev board dedicated for making keyboard projects. And for orders of $200 more, you'll get the KB2040 dev board, the half size from a Proto, and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. And then for orders that are $299 or more, you get the free shipping, the KB2040, the half size from a Proto, and a BBC Microbit version 2. So go to adafruit.com/free for all those. And for viewers of the show, we have a special 10% discount code. This week, it's IoT NeoPixels. And we'll talk about why it's that during the project segment of the show. So if you want to put your orders in now, you can use that coupon code. Cool. Next up, we're going to take a look at the jobs board. If you are looking for a job in the makersphere, you can go to jobs.adafruit.com, browse the site, or create a profile, and it's all free to do so. So check that out at jobs.adafruit.com. And that is the housekeeping. I speed rounded that one.
All right. Yep.
Cool.
Morning, DJ Devin.
Hey, welcome to the show, Devin.
Go ahead and jump into this week's cool project. It is some really cool thing that we've been looking forward for a while. It is NeoPixel and DotStar support inside of WipperSnapper, Adafruit's no-code IoT service and solution for a bunch of the dev boards like ESP32 Feathers and the Pico W. So what I want to show off here is just some updated cases that we made for making sure that these are mountable to be used with LED installations. So we jump over to did I move my...
Yeah, you can add your screen in.
Yep, there it is. Sorry, of course, the internet decided to go down right before the show. So yeah, these are the updated cases. This is one for the Pico W and then one for Feather. In this case, it's the S2, ESP32-S2, but it should fit the S3s and I think the 8266 and the 32V2 as well. There might be some differences in the one of the mounts near the module, but all in all, you can update these. Of course, the snap fit backs and lids for them, as well as a nice little hook to use what I've been using to mount all of these, those command strip hooks. So you have a nice clean installation without having to drill any holes into your wall. And what we're using here inside of Adafruit IO, if I share my screen as well, so we can do both at the same time. Let's see, edit room, feather. You can see we have a nice little UI. Oh, let me go to share screen, because of course all of my things were removed.
Right before the show, the internet kind of reset.
Device. There we go. Nice simple little UI inside of the dashboard here. So you can see we have a nice little component that allows you to add a color picker. You go in here and update any of your colors. So for now, it's just fill. So it'll fill the entire, all of your NeoPixels. So in this case, we have this little 16 NeoPixel ring. And go in here and change the color. But one of the cool things is that you can have it be reactive. So you can attach a bunch of our STEMMA QT sensor boards, in this case, like the AHT20. So you can monitor your temperature, humidity, and then the TSL, which will monitor your light levels. In my case, I'm monitoring, when the sun rises and falls, and having those lights turn on based on the rise and the sunset. Of course, you can have it warn you. So if, say, your humidity or temperatures reach, a certain level, you can have those change. So one of the demos that we have for that is I hooked up a PIR to the Pico W. So this little PIR here is attached. So when it senses motion, it'll change colors on you. So I'll just wave my hand right in front of there, and you can see that it'll change red. And you can also have that trigger, like send a message to your phone, or have that push out info to other components as well. And super simple little case. It's based off the, when did I release this case? I had it in one of the previous projects. But one of the things I saw was that the Pico W gets really hot when you have NeoPixels attached to it. So I had to modify the case. So I added extra vent holes to the back and raised the standoffs. And then the way that the sensors are mounted, we're using our handy dandy little standoff kit that we have in the shop to raise those away from the case in the board itself, so it doesn't mess with any of the temperature and humidity readings. So some updates to that. And then for the feather, I noticed that we didn't have any wall mountable cases for the feather. So super simple, same idea, just having vents on there just in case it gets a little too hot. And then the back lid is nice and open, in this case, to allow the JST connections to easily connect to a NeoPixel strip. And I'm trying to think of what else I can talk about this. Oh, you can also build dashboards. So if I go into, let's see, did I build one for that? Check out the one I built for the kitchen. Of course, my CSS is not going to match what I made.
Oh no, that's fair. You can edit it, right?
Yeah, you can take a look at this. It's basically the same thing, but having the ability to have it inside your dashboard, so you can see all of your other readings as well. So if you see something's funny, you can go ahead and change everything up. So here you can see the sunrise and set, so you can get all your values here. So you know that, whatever 140 is, you can see that it's the peak of when the sunlight is hitting that particular room, which is what is the kitchen. And you can
Could you show us the setup for the Pico W with the PIR sensor? I think that's a really good demo to show like a pretty instant interaction with the NeoPixels.
Yeah, so if we go back into here, you can see the PIR component, and Tyler and Justin and Brent and Lauren and all the team on Whipper and Adafruit IO did an excellent job of doing some cool icons and animation, and of course all the functionalities. You can see here that it animates when it sees all the stuff happening. So this is limited to, I think it's checking every 10 seconds. So that's kind of immediate. And then we're using the latest beta for this, which is beta 61. You can check out for free. It's a nice little drag and drop action that'll get you up and running very fast. In the video, when I'm setting up everything, that was all real time. Like I set the board up as I'm recording, like first time setting up the components and everything. And I had complete trust in that this was going to work because, the reliability of this is really good. So I was able to set all the camera gear up and start recording without with it being the very first time that I was setting up a board, setting up the components and all that. So excellent work on that. And yeah, really cool way to set up your actions, which we can check out right now. If we go into the actions tab here, you can see the first one, the one that's detecting the motion, is going to edit here. So if the PIR sensor is red, you can see how this is listed. A nice little list of all your components and then all of the sensors inside here. So really easy to get to. So you can see here the PIR. So if the PIR is equal to 1, the it's reading that something has moved. It's either 1 or 0. Then push a message to, of course, like we were saying before, you can email, you can do messages through IO and webhooks. I think we're looking at like SMS, right, with Twilio, trying to check out the plans to see if that's going to make sense. So you can push it out in a number of different ways that way. So if any of that, those values are met, push to feed of, inside of the Raspberry Pi Pico, the NeoPixel, and then change that to this hexadecimal, which is, I believe, red, like a not super, like a dark red, not blind out the camera. And then here you can limit, check every, 1 minute, 15. So if like you have, I don't know, if you set it up in front of a window or something, there's like a tree, blow in, it's not going to keep picking that up or something like that.
Right.
And then the second action to have it go back to the color that it was before. So when it stops seeing motion, you can see how that is edited or how that is set up. If you read 0, then go ahead and turn it back to like a dark white. Again, we're only checking limited every 10 seconds, so pretty instant if you're trying to get some, like if there's lots of crowds or something walking by to where you're have your PIR set up. Of course, this doesn't have to be PIR. You can have this be like, pressure, humidity, like any of that stuff. Like if you have like migraines or something, you can get alerted as the pressure is rising or falling, or temperature. If you have it set up with plants or something, you can see if the, gets below 30% humidity, or if, it gets above 90 F or above 40 C, or like the VOC, light sensors, all that stuff is in there and supported. Super cool to be able to be warned with lights something is happening. Awesome addition to that, especially if you're just a designer. This definitely opens up the door to be able to have more like DIY projects around the house, or for any other I'm gonna say like plants or something like that, where you want to monitor stuff and keep track and log all of the data. Along with that, now you can control the lights. So super awesome. We now have easy access to do that.
Could you go back to the Feather device page? I just want to let people know that WipperSnapper and Adafruit IO has tons of support for lots of different sensors. So I think a really popular project would be like monitoring the quality of the air. So if you wanted to click the plus button, that way you can see all the components. Yeah. So if we had like what is it?
So we have
what's the air quality sensor? Yeah, all the analog stuff, there you go. Yeah, the PMSA 003.
Yes.
Like, let's say you have a room that has like a laser cutter or something that creates a lot of carbon dioxide. Like you can now use your NeoPixels to let you know, like, hey, this room, we need to air it out because there's a lot of CO2 in the air. So you could use this sensor hooked up to a Feather or a Pico W and like quickly just plug and play this thing. And because these sensors from Adafruit have these STEMMA QT ports, there's no soldering. You just plug it into the board and like you're ready to start playing. You can daisy chain the sensors. So that I think would be a really cool project to do as well. Maybe in your printer room, you want to check the humidity, or you have like a filament dry box and you want to keep track of that. Now you can have a NeoPixel or a DotStar strip alert you. You could just look at it and know exactly like what the level is.
That's a good
idea. Good, right?
There's
so many combinations. Yeah, so many combos of like different sensors.
It's done and ready to print. Yeah,
There you go. Yeah. So that's just one of many different project ideas you can do like right away.
So that
Adafruit
is the
IO and WipperSnapper is a free service for, I think, 2 devices and 10 feeds. So check it out if you want to do more stuff with it. There's I think a fee, an annual fee that you can check out too, just by hitting over to io.adafruit.com and see what suits your needs. But we want people to play with it for free, so you can have at it with a couple devices. So which devices are supported? Just about any of the Adafruit ESP type boards. They come in different sizes. So we have the Cutie Pi, the Feather, and then of course the Raspberry Pi Pico W, and there's more on the way. So yeah, and then the dashboards is a whole nother level of like just kind of being able to visually see what your sensors datas are showing.
Yeah, super cool.
And that's a little bit of the project.
Yeah, so you want to pick up the boards, or if you want to download the files, they are over on our Thingiverse. We'll post these to the rest of the STL repositories, but super simple little case. Oh, you already have it loaded up there. It's one for the feathers and then one for the Pico. So for the Pico, you do, I did model it with the Pi cowbell in mind. What this adds is like extra prototyping areas, a reset button, and a stemma QT connection to it.
Yeah.
So it's a nice expand, like a wing or a hat, expansion for the Picos. That's what it looks like there. So you can get access to all of the grounds and connections that you're going to need. And of course, like we were saying before, is that my screen or is that your screen?
No, it's your screen. I switched it for you.
I can't click on anything. Maybe if I reload. It's been one of those mornings.
Yeah, everything needs to be reloaded. There you go.
Yep, it adds the semi-QT connection, and like I was saying before, like a little breadboard area to have access to all those pins, and there are a lot of connections for that. If we go over to the overhead, you can see how this is all set up in real time. Make that larger.
I'll handle that. There you go.
Yeah, so the snap fit case uses these little snaps. Pops off like that, and you can see how all these wires, there's enough room to have all those guys in there, and then like a little cutout so that all these wires can go through like that. And then for the feather, super simple. It's just a little lip lid thing that pops in there, and we're using these the standoffs. They just press fit right into place, so you don't have to use any screws. Since it's not going to be moving a lot, it's just going to be mounted to wall is what I'm using this as. And we're using the command strip clips with the little hooks on them so that those go through there, and then they just get mounted to the wall like that.
Yeah.
And like we were saying before, the using the standoffs to elevate and to daisy chain the sensors together.
Very nice.
That's pretty much it. Nice little simple way to make some visualizers for your sensors. Oh, I should actually stay in this sense. Right after this, go right into what are we prototyping?
Yeah, well, let's take a question real quick I got here on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
This one is from Professor Stevens. He's saying, we've been using the Circuit Playground Express in my classroom at UMD. Is that still the most current microcontroller you offer, or should we switch to the Feather or something else? This is a good question. I really like the Circuit Playground Express as a teaching device because it has all the components on the board. So it has lots of sensors, NeoPixels built in. I still think the Circuit Playground is one of the best dev boards. With a Feather, you'd have to do some soldering if you wanted to get NeoPixels wired up to it. Circuit Playground Express is just ready to go, and it's really meant for educational settings because it has all of those components built in. It has a built-in buzzer, so you can do audio. It has, I think it has a microphone on there as well, so you can take in audio as well. So definitely still the best dev board, in my opinion, for the classroom. And if you want to use Feather, it's more like if you want to do a portable project where you want to connect a LiPo battery and have built-in charging, that's when you want to switch over to a Feather. But that's a really good question.
Okay, yeah, and one of the one of the biggest things too for that too is that it works with make code. So you can do
Yes.
block-based programming, basically just drag and drop stuff. And we have so many tutorials on how to easily get something like we were just showing off the PIR. You could definitely do that right out of the gate with make code and a Circuit Playground Express.
Sure. Yep. Cool. Good question. And let's take a look at Discord real quick as well, just to kind of catch up on the folks.
Let's see. Digidevin is asking, can we add numerical values for colors for 255 RGBs, for example, to plot colors, or color hexes only in the color wheel?
Good question.
So
Currently, that's.
let me see.
We do.
I did notice when I set up the component, it does ask the order of the RGB. So is it GRB or is it?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's getting into the real nitty gritty of the NeoPixel. There are different flavors of the NeoPixel. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can. I think right now the hex color is just kind of the easiest way to do it, but I think later down the line we might add support for the different values for the NeoPixel. Yeah, so you can change the order. Yeah, I'm looking at your screen. Yeah, you're all good. So you can. There's lots of different NeoPixels you can change. RGBW is a good one because then you have that.
That's what I would have used instead.
Right? Okay. Well, that's good. And you'll test this out on yourself just to kind of verify, like if you have a different, version of the WS chipset, you could play around and see what order of pixels. So if green is red, then you'll know that you need to change the order, right? So that's an easy way to kind of test it. Cool. Yeah, but for now, hex colors is what we have.
This is what the DotStar one looks like. Not really different.
Yeah, what does DotStar look like? Yeah,
it just asks you for the clock pin. So that's the additional thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So from my understanding, the DotStar is really good for POV, persistent of vision projects. So if you're trying to do like a POV magic wand project, you'll want to use the DotStar because it's just like faster frame rates. Yeah. And you need 2 data pins. You need clock and data for the DotStar. But the majority of things we do for props and stuff, we just use NeoPixels because it's just 1 data pin. Yeah. Cool.
Awesome.
Let's see if there's any other odd bits.
Based on the postings in the Discord, it looks like it's time to show off the Tron stuff.
Right. Oh, there's also Raspberry Pis A pluses are in stock, so that's nice. Woo-hoo. If you need a Pi, get your Pi. You can use our coupon code.
Tim, pulling back to the Professor Stevens question. Yes, the Bluefruit Circuit Playground Express lets you wirelessly set up colors or stuff like that, and we have a couple of different apps to allow you to interact with the Circuit Playground Bluefruit.
Yes, the Circuit Playground Bluefruit is a really good one too. If you want to do projects with like your phone, like a mobile device. Yep, like you said, you can change colors and the animations and all that sort of stuff. And there's an app for iOS and Android called the Bluefruit Connect,
which we're going to show off in this next segment.
Okay. Very good. Let's see any other things. Yeah. Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead and jump into this week's What Are We Prototyping? All right, so this week's prototyping is a nice little update to the Tron disk, identity disk. So let's go ahead and turn it on. We got the LEDs mounted in there. So we have the dark saber code in here right now, and we have the mini skinny side lit LEDs facing up, and then some mini skinny LEDs facing, just regular ones facing outwards for these. You can see it is, I think it's the medium density one. We were watching Tron Legacy, and it looks like that's what they use when they're doing like the trail animation for these. You can see how they like animate on them. And a nice little diffusion that we have going on here. We're using the color swap trick. So when the print starts, it goes with the white, and then after I think 12 layers, we switch to the black filament, so we can sort of mask out the rest of the lights. And then, like we were saying before, it's the Darksaber code, so we can quickly edit that. But we are using the Adafruit Bluefruit Connect app, free download on the App Store, and there is one for Android as well. So you can go into the controller and the color picker, and then we can go ahead and join the orange team. You can update the colors that way. And isn't there like animations inside here too with the control pad? Oh, nope, I crashed it. Let's do that again.
Yeah, we can add animations, but I think that's a different project.
Okay. But that's where it would be, right? Inside of the
Sure, yeah. You could use the control pad and either the numbers or the arrows to change a number of different things like animations.
I think we have a project where like the up and down arrow like controls speed and stuff, or am I thinking of something else?
No, I'm sure it's done for sure.
Where we have something like that.
I'm not sure which prop at the moment.
Yeah. So super cool that you can do that. I don't know. Did they ever have a green one in Tron?
No, it's only blue and yeah.
Let me go back.
You make it pink.
Nice teal blue. So we're mounting. Okay, so we have the access to the on and off button, and then the USB connection is in the inside right here. We're using our little breakout to get that out. Cool. And then we're using the M2 nylons to hook all this together. And then one of the things that Lamar wanted when I pitched this was, well, I want it to stick to your back like you always see in Tron. People have made these, and nobody's made that before. So I have a couple of magnets on there. I ordered a harness so we can like have it underneath our garment, and hopefully that's the right one right there. And switch over to this camera over here. How cool is that? There's magnets all on the inside, and you can attach these other magnets to like your garments or whatever, and it'll stick to your back. How freaking cool is that? So let me demo that. What that will look like. You grab it.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Turn it on, or I don't know if we can have the animation because there is a the prop maker feather wing is inside here. Actually, let me go ahead and should I open it or just show like a different? Because I'll probably won't be able to put it together. I went ahead and grabbed one of the older. If you go back to the,
I got you.
This is what the inside looks like. So we have mounts for the 2200 milliamp hour battery in here. The magnets get mounted inside here. So they don't press fit. We have a little cap that actually press fits on there. So we've always have problems with magnet tolerances. It's either too loose or it's too too tight. You have to like push it in there, or you have to like glue it in. And when we're prototyping stuff, sometimes we have to like update our part, or in this case, I didn't do the color swap on this, so it was blocking the light from this little lip, so I had to reprint it again. If I had glued that in there, I would have had to rip this apart, peel all the glue off of the magnets. And we've done that for freaking years, so I was like, there's got to be a different way to do this. So having a little cap to just hold it in place is works out really good. And we have our speaker mount on here, so we do have to take the speaker. I originally like the rocket project that had everything sandwiched into it was mounted on top of the prop maker feather wing, so I couldn't have that on there just because it would have made this too tall. So I moved it over here and updated the way that it holds on, so it's I don't know, like not universal, bidirectional, whatever, so you can mount it up, you can mount it down depending on what makes a louder sound. And we have the cutouts for the USB breakout board, since I can't really position this, to have it plug into the feather board. So this will, I'll just make a little USB cable for that. And then switch mounts onto here. That's pretty much it. All the wiring, the LEDs.
The battery clip. Did you talk about the clip for the battery?
Yeah, it's the 22 milli.
Okay.
22 milliamp hour battery. It just clips on here, just slides in, holds it in place. Yep. And that's pretty much it.
It is rechargeable, so you can recharge the circuit when the circuit is shut off, which is a great feature. That's one of the benefits of having an Adafruit Feather. It has a built-in USB recharging, so you can recharge your circuit and leave the rest of the circuit off while it's recharging. So all built in and modular, and
this thing is so freaking fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, so yeah, you got the accelerometer built into the prop maker feather wing, and of course that NeoPixel JST port for connecting to them. How many pixels in total do you have there? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, I don't.
More than 30.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I gotta actually go into the code. It doesn't fill up all the pixels all the way.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Okay.
I gotta go in here and add more pixels to it. But whatever the default was for the dark saber.
Yeah, I think it's something like low, like 30 or so, because I used the low density strip. But it's all CircuitPython, so you can edit it on any computer and any text editor and just update the code, because all the libraries and sound effects live on the device, on the Feather, so you have access to them. I'm seeing a lot of GIFs here from Yanni. This is the kind of 1980s Tron ID disc, where it was more of a frisbee. So just throwing it out there, you're going more for like the Tron Legacy, the updated kind of Disney. Yeah, but this was still cool to see.
So just gotta brag.
Yeah,
yes, I got my annual pass, my preview for getting on the ride. So we'll be there March 4th at 6:30. So hopefully get like nice sunset, like hero shots, putting it on like as the walkway has it where the roller coaster has the bikes going right over you, so it's gonna be like wow, have a nice little shot.
It'd be cool if you could have Brandy film you like having it on your back. There is the that tester seat that you can like test to see if you fit in it. So maybe get some shots of you in that. That way you're pretty much dedicating like a still shot. Yeah, that's gonna look so cool. You're getting the harness today, so I can't wait to see it like actually on. It's like half of the project is wearing it.
Yeah. Got a Tron suit for Declan, so we'll see how that works. Obviously, I wish we had enough time to actually put like EL wire or something on the costume that we got Declan, or I got a hoodie too, but it's like, man, we're not gonna have time to put it on there. If I did that, it might sort of distract from what the main project is, the disc and not the clothes, which seems like that's what would happen.
True.
Yeah. Well, the way I think I already said it.
What's really nice about it being Bluetooth connected is that, let's say you're filming your prop and it's too bright. Well, now you can change the brightness without having to edit the code, because you just change it on your mobile device. Change the brightness. So it's gonna be fun too.
Show it here. So here's the slider for the brightness on that, so you can have it go dark or super bright, or as bright as it can go.
Yeah, and you're in a well-lit room, so
it's gonna look so much better.
It's gonna illuminate your environment when you're in the dark.
Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Yeah, oh man, it's so good. Oh.
Yeah. Nice. Of course, how heavy does it feel?
Not too heavy. I mean, it's as heavy as a feather and a battery.
Okay, so maybe like
as I showed in the demo, or the magnet demo. Where's the magnet? Oh, wrong polarity. That's the other thing too. If you mess up your polarity, oh no, I glued it in. Nope.
You're good.
It holds up with just one magnet, but I have like 3 of them in there. I had 5 in there, but it's like, man, that's too much.
Oh, really?
Like all strategically spaced away from the speaker and all the components and all that.
Oh, right.
You can see here, these are the magnets we sell in the shop, so you pick these up.
Yeah, they're neodymium rare earth magnets, and they're pretty chunky.
Just gotta remind, careful with these magnets; they are powerful. Of course, with the way the morning was going, it already pinched me.
Yeah.
So super careful with
bleeding
that. No, it didn't pinch me too bad, but almost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can.
And then the other thing too, if they smash together, they are going to shatter. So be super careful.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Yeah, we've had to throw some away because they shattered. But yeah, you can see that. Oh god.
Wow.
Nice and hidden. Something that Devin said about the yeah, trying to get dialing in the tolerances for this. Yeah, when we change suppliers, we noticed, they change thickness or even the diameter of it. So it's like, man, it's definitely a problem we needed to solve for this. So
Yeah, that's a good one.
that is Tron Identity Disk, CircuitPython, wireless. The board we're using on it, just because I don't know if the code will work with the RP2040s or the SP32s. It is the NRF52840, just the same board that we used on the Darksaber. And by the looks of it, last time I checked, those are in stock, so you should be able to pick those up. And
oh wow, they are.
Yeah, really good board for, especially if you just want to, grab code and add it on there. Who was it we saw? Kumi, right? Kumi Cosplay was making something, and she just loaded on the Darksaber code. So for quickly iterating, making cosplay prop projects, dude, this is the way to go. Like, I didn't have to bother you or Liz to be like, oh, could you please give me some code to get this to work? I could
definitely
focus
modifiable.
all of my, most of my attention on just getting, the print going and getting all the components to fit all nice. So definitely take stress off of, what you want to get completed, which is the MVP, it's this. You want to have this ready, So definitely a great board. And the app and everything that goes along with it to have any sort of, to adjust this to any sort of cosplay prop. So yeah,
nice.
that is the Tron disc. Let's see, what did I say? March 4th. So I want to release it after we get that hero footage. So it probably won't come out till the 8th,
2 weeks from now.
Yeah, 2 weeks, just so I can get all that in there. And then for my sanity, there was too much going on this week. I need a week off or something.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a short week anyway. So
yeah,
all right, so folks want to get the yeah, a little bit. So folks want to get the NRF feather, the blue fruit feather. We got it in stock, and you should use the coupon code. So check that out if you want some Bluetooth connected projects.
Yeah,
very nice.
Nice little play here. DJ Devin saying the I2S amplifier. I'll put some nice sounds too.
Yeah, that's true. Very nice.
Oh, and that reminds me one thing that we did use for thanks to the DJ Devin for pointing these out. I didn't know these existed. What I used on mounting all of the LEDs were these really cool wire covers that just blend right into all of the aesthetics of what the kitchen looks like. So cool that I grabbed another set of these. So it's, all these corner pieces come with it. Like we were showing in the video, these act as really good diffusers as well. So it is kind of like grabs onto it and it attaches. Yeah. It looks like what's it called?
It's like the right color for most walls.
Yeah, it's not the crown.
It's like a trim. The trim.
Like a trim, yes. And it just blends in so good. And it's the perfect size for the regular size NeoPixel strips. So they just slide right in, and then with the command hooks, this little curved part just clips right in, so it hides everything so freaking beautifully. So yeah, definitely. If you want to post that link again, Devin, this guy.
I'll have to get some.
Oh, it looks so freaking nice. Oh my gosh, because spent a while on remodeling that kitchen and having like wires and crap all making.
Yeah. I think those would be great for the neon signs and any of those LED signs.
Yeah.
Because I always have like a black wire, and it's so high contrast against the white wall. It's hard to get white wires as well that aren't from Apple. I tried and I couldn't find any.
Yeah. So I remember you were trying to look for some that had like the 4 wires. I went ahead and ordered them already. It was for the DotStar specifically. And yeah, they don't have any white ones. It's all black. But because the covers, and I'm like, okay, I don't care what color it is now.
Okay. I'm checking the chat here on YouTube, and Roll VS is asking, do you think the Raspberry Pi is dead or will it return? Not easy and cheap to get in there in Norway. No, I don't think it's dead. It's just it's hard to spin up the manufacturing. So I think Adafruit's one of the only folks that have some built-in safeguards for folks to be able to actually get a Pi and not have some of the scalpers that purchase a bunch of them resell them. So that's kind of why it's a little bit difficult to get them. But yeah, it's definitely here to stay. Cool.
Oh, how funny. Devin saying that he just picked one randomly. He doesn't actually own these. Well, I can give it the thumbs up approval. It works so good.
Oh, that's
I
great.
bought another
Yeah.
saying, yeah,
Okay.
Fleur,
Yeah.
we have
So
a
just what did you call them, Pedro? Wire covers? So
I'm
they
gonna
are.
have to find them. Yeah.
What's the
Wire.
box say? Just wire covers?
One cord.
You probably
channel.
get them in your.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like at Target or something, but
Yeah.
because I know these is what worked out. Oh, here's all the stuff that it comes with, like the corner pieces. All like, again, you're not gonna need that adhesive, but
Oh, interesting. I didn't know. That's great.
It comes with all that stuff. So you can have like the elbow, so it can go up and around.
Wow, that is really nice.
Yeah, dude, they're so nice.
That's great. Yeah, I didn't know about these.
Yeah, I'll look at the order history as we go to the next segment and post the link. Because it should be like on the top of the list. Those just came in yesterday.
Cool. I got a quick prototyping, so I'll switch gears over to my screen while you look for stuff. Let me add my screen in here. Hey, here we go. All right, so I got this fun project idea from Lamar, Lady Ada. She saw a MIDI controller or a keyboard that had hexagon shaped keycaps, and she asked like it'd be cool to make a small version of that. So we are I designed and 3D printed some of these hexagonal keycaps support the Kailh CHOC switches. These are low profile mechanical key switches. So Adafruit carries two different ones, the white clicky versions and the red non-clicky versions. So I went ahead and tried 3D printing these out, and they have some pretty tight tolerances, but on most 3D printers, I think folks will be able to print these out. No support material on these. They print flat, so you have a flat surface here. And then it has these two pegs and a little bit of geometry here to kind of level out those two pegs. And these Kailh switches, they come with a really nice data sheet. So I was able to get super precise measurements for the distance between these two pegs. The pegs themselves are about 3 millimeters tall by 1 millimeter thick. And these Kailh switches have a little slot for LEDs. So if you wanted to do that, and then they have some posts here if you want to do like a PCB and stuff to kind of keep them balanced in there. So you just give them a nice firm press, and they click really well. So I got that working, and then I went ahead and kind of wanted to make my own keypad that would kind of have free form wiring. So I printed them out, the keycaps in different colors. So here you have the sparkly black, this yellow, and then this white here. So I have them arranged in this kind of fun hexagonal pattern here. They all kind of fit nicely together. And then I went ahead and designed and 3D printed a little case to house them. For my dev board, I'm using the Pi RP2040 with a little modular holder here. So it all snap fits together. So I'm using my little snaps here. So this is the top portion of it. And then this is the key plate that gets that fits inside the case. The case is a 3-part kind of setup. So I have the top and then the bottom. And I have my little snaps here. So this is what houses the dev board. It's just the Pi RP2040. It has plenty of GPIO for 7 keys. And then the key plate just kind of sits in this little ledge here of the frame. Liz had a fun idea to make this look like a skep. So it's like this little texture to make it look like the beehive. And then for the key plate, it just snap fits in as well. And then this is my little kind of tester bed for getting the keys to pop in and out, so they can pop out easily like that. And yeah, they're pretty low profile. So ideally, we'd want to have this 3D print be a PCB. JP, John Park, is actually going to work on designing a custom PCB for these. And he's also going to add NeoPixel, reverse mount NeoPixels to the PCB itself. So it'll be a really nice low profile PCB. But I just wanted to get a little print going on for the keycaps. There is at least one reseller distributor of hexagon injection molded keycaps, but I really wanted to try to 3D print them. And at first, I really didn't think it was possible because I was like, well, you can't print that. That's too small. But these keycaps, they work pretty good. And as you heard that, maybe it survives a firm press and taking it off, which is a testament to the print. Yeah. And different. Yeah, I did this on an Ender Creality printer. So I think any of the Creality style printers would work. Prusa definitely would work as well. And right now, Adafruit stocks these clear CHOC keycaps. They're the boring square ones, but they are clear, and they just kind of fit like that as well. So these are the clicky versions. So now you can have these hexagon style ones.
It looks so much better as a hexagon.
Doesn't it? It looks great. Yeah, I really like them. It reminds me of the spelling bee online kind of Wordle style game, which is really fun. But it'd be really cool to see a custom PCB. There we go. Click that in there.
I love that snap sound.
And we haven't done a project. We've done a lot of keypads, but they all use the Cherry MX style, the really chunky boys. So these CHOCs are very small, low profile. So hope to see more of projects with the CHOC style key switches. So that is what we are prototyping. And probably should have used the keyboard, right? 24, but I don't have a lot of keys, so I think the Cutie Pie works out really well, right? You want to use the
what Lamar said, because it doesn't have Cutie Pie.
Ooh,
I love the ribbed. What is it called again? The honey.
SKEP. SKEP, the SKEP style honeycomb pattern. So yeah, and I did some fun stuff here too.
Sorry.
That have like a little embedded kind of geometry here for the USB-C port on the Cutie Pie. But yeah, lots of snap fit bits here. And then of course I like having openings here. There's a lot of clearance in there, but that's because I'm gonna have wires, so it's always good to have it have your height for your closure a little bit bigger than it needs to be, just to accommodate for wires,
right? At least
exactly. Yeah, exactly, at least 4 millimeters. So there's the whole kit and caboodle there. So I'll wire these up and maybe make it into a MIDI controller or some sort of keypad for like Fusion 360. Could be kind of nice. Yeah. And then I don't have my USB cable, but yeah, that's about it there. USB-C, right?
Sorry, keep trying to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
Keep wanting to point to the Discord, all of the banter going on in there on all the different shapes. It looks like James Webb telescope.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Soccer ball.
That's fun.
Little animation there.
Nice, yeah. Next step, can you CNC mill ones? Yes, we can totally CNC mill. Nice. I'm a fan of 3D printing them though, because less waste. When you CNC, you got a lot of dust and waste. But it'd be cool to, I don't know, try to mill them out of wood or something like that. That'd be cool too. But yeah, print them in different colors, right? I really like this glitter black. And then print have as many colors as you want to. You could probably even do you could probably etch some letters or something if you'd like on the first layer. That's always a fun thing to do as well. So yeah, that's this week's the project I'm working on is it's hexagons, the bestagons, right?
Cool. Yes.
Yeah, and Adafruit stocks CHOC. So just type in CHOC, and we got the clicky white ones and the red ones that are non-clicky. They're silent. And, we have black ones too. I didn't know that. So we have the black ones. Oh, we have these sockets. So if you want to have it be removable, so that's cool. But we don't have a PCB for it, which John is going to work on. He's going to do the PCB portion of it. So that'll be nice to have. KMK firmware. For CircuitPython, I think we have something like that.
Was Eva looking at that, or I can't remember where it ended up. I think she was pushing out a.
Here we go. KMK. Yeah. Check it out. KMK. So just search for KMK on on the Adafruit Learn system, and you'll see a couple different
Click. Yeah,
stuff.
Eva was the one who did all these. Yeah, she did an
Setting up
excellent
KMK.
job on
Yeah,
getting
look, there's
these
demo code
ported over.
right away. Yeah, there's demo code right away. We have a library, KMK
cool.
matrix,
Nice.
diode orientation.
Oh,
Yeah. You can do your
she
keyboard
figured out all the
mapping.
craziness and
Yeah,
the
the
keyboard.
craziness.
Yeah, I remember when it was like a freaking struggle to get it all.
KMK.
Over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, CircuitPython, KMK, they're tight. So
very cool.
Set it up. Oh, that's prototyping.
Awesomeness. All right. Go ahead and jump into this week's Community Makes.
Okay, let me get the video fired up here. This is
theme to attach this to. I don't know what. I was just I needed something to print while all the other craziness was going on. I'm like, this looks cool, a Trilobite.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that looks cool. So
really great choice on the rainbow silk filament. Like that's cool. Look at the different colors.
Yeah, there's no stringing on it.
Yeah,
nice little articulation that they got going on. And of course, the texture looks so cool. It's like some sort of bumpy, I don't know, like on the tail. Just the way that I won the lottery, Maker Lottery.
Give me a sec here.
Coming out, so you can kind of see here. The tips are all like a nice little like pink, purple, a little tail going on, and of course, it's like a puppy. You can see his belly.
It's like a puppy.
Scratch his belly.
That's great. It's creepy cool. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I've seen other Trilobites back in like 2012 where they're very kind of basic geometry, but this has like some really nice detail to it. Yeah, like the MakerBot days.
I remember printing a dual extrusion version of this where it was like green, white, green and black.
I think some assembly was required for that one, remember? Like you had to snap them together? Or no? Did it print in place?
I think it was just dual printed. Yeah, it was just dual extruded.
All right. Well, this prints in place.
Or I remember. Oh, there is a bunch of support material which is still in there.
Oh, really?
Like all in the crevices. Oh yeah, because of the you can kind of see here the way that these little spines like sort of lift up. I tried like sinking it into the bed, but then it like completely
the hinge,
completely messed up the hinge. So yeah, that's the only unfortunate thing about this. But look how good it came out, even with all the supports. And then a big old brim all around the side of the object. Yeah,
so this is on Thingiverse, designed by AuntieFa. And they put it up here on Thingiverse. And articulated Trilobite doesn't move from side to side much, but it looks great draped over your shoulder. Compound eyes and everything. If you improve the file, please let me know. And there's a couple of makes here, or comments rather. So very, very fun. Yeah. So the STL is available to download. And that's this week's Timelapse Tuesday.
I'll post a link to the rainbow filament because I need to get more. This is good stuff. Doesn't string, and the way that the color change on it is really good. Usually, like I like how it the ramp of the gradient is really good. Usually, like it could be sort of iffy the way it transitions into the next color. It can be like either like it cuts right off or it's like not good.
Okay.
The way the colors bleed together. Quick question. So those one of them. Yeah, I'll post a link to that filament. I think it's a no-name filament. Taith is asking about looking for a component, the vertical quick connector in the Eagle design. Who has that? One of the feathers has a vertical quick connector. Does it? Well, Stemma QT connector.
Yeah. You could definitely search on DigiKey.
Yeah, the S2s. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely search on DigiKey. I think Lamar might even have what do you call it? A great search video on the YouTube playlist. So you can search for that.
You got it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can get it from one of the Adafruit feathers. Yeah, the Adafruit ESP32 feather should have those. The vertical style, the latest feather is the S3 ESP32-S3. That one has a vertical header. I'm actually looking at my camera feed over here, and this one has it as well.
Oh, a lot of them do.
Yeah, a lot of them do now, just because it's so great for space constraints. So like that right there has it. See if I can hide. There you go. So there's our vertical feather. And I think they come in like white or black. So there you go.
Yep, they come in.
And this is that S2 ESP32-S2 reverse TFT from last week. So that one has it. Yeah. Cool. Good question. And if you want to pick up anything from the shop, don't forget their 10% off coupon code is valid for the whole day of 24 hours. So IoT NeoPixels is it. All right. I'm going to go back over to the Discord and pretty much going to close out the show. We have Show and Tell tonight hosted by John Park. So JP will be hosting tonight's Show and Tell. Come on by at around 7:25-ish p.m. Eastern time. And JP will throw the StreamYard link into the Discord chat room so folks from the community can join. We hope to see you there. I think I'll skip it this week. Pedro, you can come on if you'd like. But
I don't know what I'll show off. I'll show off something, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yep, Thais got some of the cream ones. Very nice. Good stuff. Thanks everybody for joining us today. And anyone else watching? Did you hear that? No? Okay.
What was that?
I had Siri. I have a HomePod, and Siri was like, today is October 22nd. October, February 22nd.
All the crap happening. Yeah, I'm like, seriously? Siri comes up.
Siri
like,
starts
no,
talking.
I don't want you.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't know if I can deactivate Siri on the HomePods, but if anyone knows how, I should probably research it, or just shut her off when I do the
deactivate.
I can't do that. Sorry, Tom. I can't do that. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We'll see you tonight on Show and Tell. Hopefully, I'll be watching. And yeah, that's gonna do it for us. There'll also be another 10% off discount code during the Ask an Engineer with Lamar and Phil, which starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time, back-to-back shows. And then JP is on tomorrow at same JP channels. And then Friday is a Foamy Guy live stream. But you could always check out the Discord. There's pinned. You could also put Showtime, I think. Yeah, Showtime still work. So you could always do that or check out the pin. And be sure to join that Discord channel so everybody can say hello and share what you're working on.
Don't forget to follow Adafruit, and you can follow me, Noah, on all the socials up there.
Up there in the purple.
Our username is the same across all of the socials. Very easy to remember. See some behind the scenes stuff and all that cool stuff we're working on. And with all that said, don't forget to make a great day.
Bye, folks.
Bye-bye.